What advice would you give first year and incoming medical students? What advice would you give first year and incoming medical students?
What advice would you give to first year and incoming medical students?
My advice to the first years is you develop a good attitude about the course and be ready to be in a continuous way of learning. It's not like you have to drop a unit after you're done with it. It's equally important for the management up to the end. So when you start the unit from the preclinical sciences to the clinical sciences, it all matters.
So for a first year medical student, what are the advice is don't come into clinical medicine with the aim of passing exam or with the aim of getting money. Come to clinical medicine with the idea to equip yourself with the necessary knowledge required to serve humanity, because it's not all about passing exam, but it is more of the impact you'll have in the society, the impact you'll have on sick people, and the purpose you have for the profession. So it's more of health and wellness rather than excelling and the number one, number last racing kind of a thing. It's not in this profession. This profession requires persons to have the heart and the positive attitude to help rather than to express your level of prowess. Yeah.
For first years and incoming medical students, me, what I would say is just lower your expectations, and because certain times you come here with the goal of maybe like, you see, you want to be on the top of the world, but you get out there and sometimes life gives you blows until you wonder, is this really what I wanted for myself? So you sit down there questioning whether this is what you really need or whether you need to like go ahead. So me, what I would advise is take one day at a time. While doing this course, if maybe you've been admitted to come and take this course in the university or college or wherever you are taking it, then just be able to take one day at a time, because if you have these big goals that you want to achieve, and maybe sometimes the very first year or the very first few semesters you don't really see that coming, like you had this big dream and now you're just out there like another common college student with problem just as the other students have. So it becomes really difficult maybe to tap into that inner energy you had initially to come now and like do something good for yourself or something great for yourself. So what I would say is like just take your time, or one day at a time, and that way you'll be able to like identify with your goals and then move forward in a great way. Another thing I would say is not all the time you're going to be able to pass units, or maybe as you want to. Not all the time you're able to score grades that you want to score, but then just approach failure as a stepping stone to your success, for instance, because at one point or another that failure is going to fuel you to like to become a great person and to be able to do whatever you want in a very great fashion. So yeah, I'd say that's it. But basically the tips, each and every individual as a student will be able to identify what works for you and what doesn't work for you. But then expectation wise, I'd say keep your expectations moderate. Yeah, work on yourself of course, and then like have those group of friends or people who are able to like inject new energy into you sometimes, because the truth is sometimes you're going to get tired and sometimes you're not going to feel like reading or doing whatever that course requires to you to do. But if you have like a team around you who are able to like inject new energy into you every single day, you're able to keep going as a team. So teamwork above all, lowering your expectations, and just doing you and taking one day at a time, it will be great.
Yeah, so first year and the incoming, the best thing is always put efforts in whatever you do. That is what really matters. And never compare yourself with the other people, setting goals which are higher than you think you can do. just keep it cool, simple, always read, since that's the main thing which brought you here, and you will finally succeed.
I would advise them to stay focused, work hard, and believe in yourself, because there are so many times when you'll find yourself like you're supposed to do a procedure and you'll tell yourself, I'm just a student. No, you just have to believe in yourself. You have to have courage. Have courage, do it, and you just find, so it's an easy procedure. Which fear would have hindered you to do. So just believe in yourself, and above everything else, just trust in God. Pray, and because if you've done all that and you've left out God, you won't make it. Just believe in God and pray and trust in Him. And also take it easy, because you'll finish and everything will be alright.
So for first years and incoming students, this has been said earlier. One is to lower your expectations, but I would say keep them higher. Expect a lot of information, expect a lot of things to be done, expect a lot of information to be read, expect a lot of failing, expect a lot of ups and downs, happen, expect them. They are going to be there because it's real, And the other thing is, do something, a little bit of something every other day, every single day. Small efforts at the end of the semester, at the end of your academic year, become magnified in terms of the work we are supposed to do. If you choose to read every single day, even if it's just for 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, or whatever amount of hours you need to study for every single day. They say all day, every day, all day. Like, you have to read every single day, so that the material, you stay in touch and keep up with the material. In general, don't fall behind.
So what I can advise the first years, what they should do, one, they should plan their time well. Because when you were in high school, you are told that you came here alone and you leave this institution alone. But now, that is different with clinical medicine, because when you join that medical field, like you chose yourself, so at the end of it, your parents, your friends expect you to become that clinician that they want. So if you don't plan your time well, you won't be able to make it. Then two, as you all know, God is the source of everything. So you have to put God first in everything you do. Because even for you to join this institution, how many people applied for this for the chance to come to this institution, but they were not able. But just imagine you are selected. So never, what you have to do, you have to always put God first. Then last and not least, you have to respect everyone. Because if you are a rude student, you won't have that mutual relationship between you and the lecturer. So at the end of it, you won't be able to make it.
Advice I will give to incoming medical students at first years: always read. Huko mbele ni mbaya. So always read. Start reading is the key word. And always discuss it with your friends. I can advise someone to try teaching the friends how to do something. Ukifunza mtu utaelewa zaidi.
I'll advise students who are coming to pursue clinical medicine. In high school, I was told by my mathematics teacher, you eat while it is still hot. So when a lecturer, for example, introduces you to some concept, you are supposed to go and revise it and to do some research some more research about that particular topic so that it sticks. Because if you wait for some other time, that other time may never come. If you procrastinate, it may never come again. So it is better you hit when it is still hot. That is for the newcomers and the freshers who are coming to take clinical medicine. Thank you very much.
It's just reading. Read from the word to go. The time you set your goals, or you have this like notion of doing clinical medicine, set your mind for reading. Read from the word to go. Internalize everything. Make sure you understand what you're reading. Make sure you repeat reading if it's not getting into your mind. Repeat reading, because you're not clinical medicine, you're handling a patient, not an animal. So like you have to read to be safe and to put your patients and the community at all in a safe place. So the incoming medical students who want to pursue clinical medicine, you just read it and be positive. Yeah, be positive to us, and it will make it. You'll be a good doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.